Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to say, call aloud Yum Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. All right, shalom and salutations to them. Shalom to the very, 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 and I do mean very few sisters that do listen up as well. I'm the brother Yarmaya from the Great Millstone Chicago camp, and I'm gonna basically get right into it. And speaking for the sisters, oh man, shalom. And speaking up for the sisters, on the sisters, this video is dedicated, to some guys, and everybody know about the Fresh and Fit podcast. Me and the brother Batakallah here, Great Millstone Chicago. We call them Fresh and Trick. The water. But we call them Fresh and Trick. But we found a newfound respect for these guys because they had this one of these podcasts, and they had this guy on there, and he looks like he could be supposedly he's an Ishmaelite or something, but he's a speckled bird. No doubt about it. This dude's a Jake, but he looks like a heathen, And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch my last video. But nevertheless, he had the black woman on there. He had Keisha on there, and she said, "Well, you don't know. You never dated a black woman, like anybody wants to, right?" So nevertheless, this dude said, he said, I smashed. He said the F. He said I smashed 40 of them. She said, yeah, smashed but never dated. He said, why would I? They're black. He said, why would I? They're black. And then the other guy spoke up. He said, I'm a black man. He said, most black women don't respect black men. They're 187 pounds. They weigh more than dudes. They're rude. And he's sitting around all these pretty Northern Kingdom women, Latin women. Some of them, I think a couple of them was the snow. But in all of them, they laughed. They looked at her. She couldn't name 3 countries. All right? But she realized the point I'm getting at, because I don't look at them. I don't even make eye contact with Jake women. Southern Kingdom Jake women. I don't even make, I deal with a couple chicks on a consistent basis, and then I always leave with the spot with some snow or something like that. But the 2 main chicks that I deal with, one of them is a Chinese lady, the other one's a Mexican lady, and they know each other. They don't know each other, but they know. I don't make deals. I'm not into that boyfriend shit. I'm not into the husband deal. I deal with those, But in the other one is Greek, a so-called white woman. But nevertheless, I don't make eye contact with Keisha, but Keisha is finna find out soon and very soon that she's alone, and the Lord has it out for Keisha, man. Keisha and Big Shirley, as the Apostle Elder Ricard are saying through, they're gonna have no covering, man, and especially you bums that walked out on the man of the Lord, man. And speaking of one of those renegades, I seen one the other day, and she don't look too good. Murphy looked great. This is Isaiah 32. It says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a cover from the tempest, as rivers of water in the dry land, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And the eyes of them that shall see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. See, so a man is going to be of value, and most important of all, the highest ranking thing on this planet is and always will be the Israelite man. But we're going to be back in our rulership. But I tell you, brothers, even these regular lower level men, see, we're the real high value men, man. We're the top tier men on the planet. We're Israelite men who know who we are. That's right, brother. We're Yashar Allah. He Prince Power. Okay? If those lower class men respect themselves enough, and like I tell Jake, I didn't always respect myself. Now, if you got a woman, and she happens to be the BW, you don't just put your woman away. I'm not telling you to do that. It's a balance. Hey, I don't know if I'm going to get delivered, so I don't go in a situation. I fight hopefully I'll do it to the end, but I don't go in a situation thinking I'm going to deliver a woman. This bitch get out of line, hey, put her away, as the scripture says, man. To get a bitch her walking papers, man. I'm not telling you to just do it for no reason, but you can't be around these looks, man. I be around the snow, the rice, the spice. Look, I don't look at bitches as black. Like we gonna set that straight. You can't be around these women and want that. And if them lower level men know that, how much more Prince of Power, man? The biggest two enemies you'll ever have on this planet is Esau and Eve. Keisha has to go down with the serpent, and you have to let her. I'm going to go down to verse 9. This is Isaiah 32 and 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ears unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, and ye careless women, for the venture shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. So it ain't going to be no more Section 8. It ain't going to be no Title 4D, as the Elder Malcolm will say, so-called child support. It ain't going to be none of that. It's just going to be crazy incels looking for you, Pookie them looking for you, Foden them looking for you, Esau looking for you, and you ain't going to have no covering, man. It's going to be hell on every side, man, because the Lord said this will happen. It said, many days and years shall you careless, shall you be troubled. 911 going to be a joke for all women, you know, that ain't with a man of the Lord under this protection, but especially you Israelite women, man. Starting with that Keisha he spoke about in Isaiah the 3rd chapter, who he smitten the crown of their head with baldness, to be specific. I like mine sweet and white, not a weave in sight. Ye careless, when strip you make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. You know, and I don't have to pay them. You don't have to be their boyfriend. Look, you a Jake, man, you go to the park, go to the river, you chop up a conversation with some little Asian. Hi, they can't wait to see you. They get off to dudes that look like you every day. You know, the Israelite man is the most wanted man on the planet. The heathens are the less liked men. You know, but all the heathen women want Jake, man. You Jakes, the scriptures say, the brother posted it, the Micah 7. I'm going to read it. This is Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said to me, where's Yahweh thy power? How many of these women abandon brothers because of this, or disrespected brothers because of this? You know, and that's what they say when they see us and think we just nobodies. When we go out, teach, when we talk, you know, it's a damn near illegal to be a man. But how many of these women said this, man? Keisha says this. Keisha been telling Jake this for 500 years plus. It says, my eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And Shalom, apostles, elders, Akim, who may be on the comment board. You know, brothers. You know, Keisha finished, man. We finna let this happen, but I'm going to just get a couple more scriptures, man, because it's a cold time that's coming up. The scriptures say, because iniquity will be bound, the love of many shall wax cold. There's so many women right now it's over 63,000 black women missing in America. That's because they have no covering. And I don't care what you know or who you know. If you outside of that Psalms, the 91st chapter, covering man, woman, or child, you finish. But it's going to be open season on the weaker vessel, man. This ain't going to be no joke. This is St. Matthew 24 and 21. It says, then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. So the elect is going to be delivered, but those many years in that time of great tribulation is going to be for a time, and it's going to be a hell of a time. It's going to be the worst time that is ever, because this is the wickedest kingdom that's been ever. And it's headed by who? Esau and Eve, and they have to pay the most, man. They have to pay the most, man. They started it, and they brought sin in the world. So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to make writtens and purge them out the world. And the rest of the 2/3 of Israel and these heathens, man. But it's more Israelite women than it is men. And these so-called males, because they're not men, that's up to date. You know why they act all crazy? Because the curses got to them. That ostrich raised them. Spoke about in the book of Job. It's about to go down, man, but they about to be the butt of every joke. And there's so many of them tied up right now in some dude basement, or so many of them in the trap house being held against their own will. All throughout these cities, man. Nobody cares about them. That's one thing he said. He said they're rude, they're disrespectful. You just hear the voice of another woman, you look at Keisha like a man. You smell that real hell when that hug come around, man. We smelling like burnt rubber. Voice deeper than yours. Three kids to some other dudes in another room, man. You look, man. And you sisters out there who may be of that descent, you sisters better be walk on eggshells every second of the day, man. You keep your man, if you got a brother that's in the truth, man, do not play. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Because it's about to go down, man. The Lord is about to turn this place right side up. And it's not going to be no joke. It's going to be the greatest, most harshest time to ever come. And the people who going to suffer the worst is going to be these women, man. Nobody, hey, these so-called black women, man. This is in the scriptures. All right? And the Lord is prophesying this. This is Isaiah, Amos 3, and verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people should not be afraid? Shall evil be in the city, and Yahweh have not done it? Yahweh is about to send fierce spirits created for vengeance down here, man. This is going to be a horrible time. And you women are going to be the butt of that, man. And this is not a hate video. This is a truth video. And I don't deal with my enemies. Nobody's going to hate a black male in America more than a white male and a black woman, man. I avoid my enemies. That's right, brother. This is Sirach 39 and 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which on their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they shall pour out their fierce wrath and appease the wrath of him that made them. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to appease his wrath, man. That's why he said when he called, none did answer. Y'all think it's a joke. This is Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the people and the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since the nation, even to that time. And at that time shall the people be delivered, every one of them that be found written in the book. And those are the people that's going to be sealed under that Psalms, the 91st chapter covering, man. Look, man, if an Israelite man stop teaching, and he go off and he deal with wayward doctrines, this is how you know that fornication and adultery are spiritual as well. Because they lose their covering of the Lord. Like these fallouts and these men that walked off on the Lord, they gonna suffer, and unlike you women who walked off on the man of the Lord. That's how the Lord looks at it, man. When you dorks fall out, man. We can't be these treacherous whores women, man, because we know the judgment they're gonna get. Hey, look at the woman in Judges that went to play the harlot. She was chopped in 12 different pieces as an example for the children of Israel to see. It says, meditate upon these things. All right? And me and the brother Benji, the elder brother Benji, used to always bring that out. That was harsh, man. That was a harsh thing. That Levite man, he wanted his woman back. He went back, and I tell Jakes, especially when it comes to dealing with these women, and I probably have more of them than I got anything. But you got to understand, when you dealing with these women, man, these women, now look, bro, you got to come in the gate knowing you ain't going to be her first and you ain't going to be her last. And if you was her first, you damn sure ain't going to be her last, man. You got to come with a lot. This is the freest that they have ever been. And this is the entity that brought sin in the world. This is Keisha and Esau, man. What do you think you're going to get out of this, man? The best advice I can give to you is be there for a good time and not a long time, man. Don't be foolish, man. Chasing the enemy of the cross. And that's what I was really going to say, man. Hey, and just because you love these chicks don't mean the Lord do. Going back to the Levite and Judges. Just because you want your the Lord has her doing shit to you or not doing right by you to show you that she's piling up her judgment to get it, man. Who are you to make crooked with the Lord, straight with the Lord made crooked? That's going to fuck off, man. But they ain't going to have no covering in that day, man. And it's getting more than obvious that our enemies are falling, man. Our enemies are falling. Call Elohim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So you brothers keep doing what you're doing. And you very few sisters that do listen up, man. Move with fear, man. Move with trembling towards your man. Like you see your man doing it to the Lord. And look, the best thing you can do, if you're a sister out there and you're a man of the Lord, and you especially if you're a so-called a BW, you do whatever you want, and he do whatever he want, and it might last. But with that being said, the water for tuning in, Akim, you know, y'all should watch that, you know, that video I spoke of, you know, I might share it or put it in this box, but anything, you know, call Elohim Yahweh, pause. But with that being said, call Elohim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem B'Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth and to the hopeful Akim out there in Dura Shalom.